Om Tat Sat. My humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman or God, to our worshipful Gurudev, Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, to all the sages and saints, and to each of you, divine soul, watching today's satsang. So today we will be covering Sutra number 15 from the Kaivalya Pad of the Raja Yoga Sutras of Patanjali Maharaj. Commentaries by my worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji Maharaj, and narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So let's get started. Sutra 15, Kaivalya Pad. It is Vastu Samyai Chitta Bhedat Tayor Vibhaktah Panthaha. Again, Vastu Samyai Chitta Bhedat Tayor Vibhaktah Panthaha, meaning in spite of the unity of the object, it is perceived differently because of differences among the chittas, conditioned minds. The objects and the chitta both have separate ways. So let's explain. Though an object is one, yet different chittas hold different attitudes towards it. For example, gold is loved by the greedy, renounced by an ascetic, and is seen as insignificant by the wise. So a young lady, similarly, is embraced with affection by her father, viewed lustfully by her lover, and is seen with a dispassionate attitude by a renunciate or a brahmachari. So therefore, although both the chitta and the object coexist with each other, yet they are different from each other. See, the object is the same, the chitta is the same, yet the attitude with which we observe these things and how we impact them, because of this there is a whole multiplicity. So sage Patanjali is explaining this now. Both the chitta and the objects of the world have arisen out of the Mahat, which is the cosmic mind. So from the cosmic mind, our individual minds and our chitta has come, which in turn has evolved out of Prakriti, consisting of the three gunas. So Prakriti has the three gunas, that creates the Mahat, from there comes the Ahankara, etc., which we've covered in the previous sutras. But in spite of the fact that they are constituted of the three gunas, the chitta and the objects. See, the objects has the three gunas, chitta also has it, and therefore in the final analysis they are different from each other, yet because of different interpretations. Chitta in its purified states communes with Mahat because it no longer is contaminated, it is becoming pure. In its unenlightened state, there are many chittas, conditioned minds, because the mind is not enlightened, so therefore the mind is confused and it's going here, there, in many areas, and in each one has become a limiting medium for each individual soul. So Purusha is the Atman or the consciousness. In essence is ever free, it's infinite and eternal. But because of its identification with the chitta, it has become individualized and has entered into a world process of repeated birth and death. These points are explained in the following sutras, which we will be covering tomorrow. But this is why the Atma otherwise is pure. There is no reason for birth and death. But because of the association with the gunas and the chitta and desires, that creates this massive cycle of embodiments, life and death, and the Purusha or the consciousness itself gets deluded through this, and it will continue till ignorance or avidya is destroyed. Once we are able to destroy avidya or the root cause of ignorance, then we go back to Prakriti, our elements go back to Prakriti, and the Atma goes back to the cosmic Purusha or God, and then there is no more birth or death. That is called liberation or mukti, that process. So this is Swami Nikhilananda. Om Tat Sat.